Good day, everyone. My name is Michael Trenia from BIT Electrical Technology N1. And today our topic is talk about information age and inventions. First, let's talk about computer. The first computer was invented by Charles Babbage during 1822. He designed the first mechanical computer called the difference engine, but was not built until 1991. Then, this idea later helped shape modern computing. Next is John Presper Eckert and John Mauchly are the scientists credited with the invention of the ENIAC. ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator in Computer. During 1945, ENIAC was the one of the biggest milestone in computer history and also was the first large electronic general purpose computer. It was very big and very heavy, but it could solve calculation much faster than humans. The purpose of ENIAC was to perform very large and complex mathematical calculations, especially for the US Army's ballistic missile tables and scientific research. ENIAC helped solve problems that used to take days or weeks, making computing faster and more accurate. Next, the Kimbak 1 was the world's first personal computer released early 1971. It was designed and invented by John Blankenbaker of Kembach Corporation in 1970. The purpose of personal computer was to bring computing into everyday life. PCs were made for personal use at home, and in school, and in offices. Their purposes was to help people write documents, do schoolwork, run small, run small programs, manage business tasks, play simple games, learn and explore new information. That's why the personal computer made technology more accessible and allowed ordinary people, not just scientists, to use these computers. The impact of the computer in society. First, faster calculations. Early computers could solve math problems much faster than humans. Scientists and engineers used them to do the difficult calculations that would take many hours or even days. This helped them finish projects faster and make fewer mistakes. Second, job specialization. When computers were first invented, only trained experts knew how to use them. They needed people who understood programming, engineering, and machine operation. Because of this, new jobs were created, like computer operators, programmers, and system analysis. Third, government and military use. During World War II, computers were used for breaking secret codes and doing complex military maths. Machines like ENIAC helped the military plan strategies and understand enemy message. Fourth, business improvements. Business use computers to store information faster than writing everything on paper. Banks use computer to track accounts. Companies use them to manage sales, and factories use them to organize their work. This made business operations quicker, more accurate, and more organized. Lastly, education and research. Universities use early computers for scientific research and experiments. Students and researchers could study data, solve scientific problems, and create new technology. This helped open the door to many discoveries in science, and engineering, and math.
So this is a cell phone. The cell phone was discovered through the work of engineers who wanted to make phone calls without being connected to wires. In 1973, Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola, made the first successful mobile phone call using a handheld device. He called a rival company to prove that the technology is worked. The cell phone was developed by improving radio communication so voices could travel through signals instead of cables. This discovery was the beginning of wireless communication that later grew into the modern phones we use today.
The World Wide Web. The World Wide Web was invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 at CERN to facilitate information sharing among scientists. The World Wide Web revolutionized society by providing instant global access to information and creating new channels for communication, commerce, and social interaction. Each impact include the democratization of knowledge, the rise of e-commerce and new online industry, enhance personal and professional connectivity through social media, and formers and the ability for everyone to become an information producer.
This is the Internet. The Internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that allows for the exchange of information and communication worldwide. It uses the Internet Protocol Suite (TCP) or IP to link public, private, academic, and business network of local to global scope via electronic, wireless, and optical technologies. Key uses include the World Wide Web or WWW, electronic mail, and file sharing.
The invention of the research engine greatly impacted society by making information more accessible, faster to find, and easier to share it. In form of education, research instantly.
Are the things that became before and influenced the creation of something new. For example, before telegraph and Morse code, people used letters, messengers, and signal systems like smoke or flags to communicate. These older methods were slow and limited by distance. The, the need for faster and more reliable communication pushed inventors to look more better ways, consider the antecedents that led to inventions. Balik ko sa tangga. The need for faster and more reliable communication pushed inventors to look more better ways. That is why these earlier methods are considered the antecedents that led to invention of the Morse code and other modern tools.